President Trump is set to make an announcement about his so-called Board of Peace's charter in the coming hours, as more countries accept his invitation to join the group. A United Nations analyst says there are concerns over the level of power the American leader will have over the board. Mitch McCann filed this report for CNA from the UN in New York.
In recent months, the United Nations celebrated its 80-year anniversary. Its charter signed in 1945 near the end of World War II, with the aim of preventing another devastating world war. But now in 2026, there is concern that the UN faces a new body that will challenge its work and influence President Trump's Board of Peace.
If member states, if countries do decide to actually sign up, and not just to sign up, but to really institutionalize and move along with this Board of Peace process, it is going to become a parallel or competing structure to the UN Security Council, which is an institution that has already been facing immense legitimacy as well as financial concerns over the past few years.
The UN Security Council gave a mandate to the Board of Peace in November, but only as a mechanism to support the peace process in Gaza, not elsewhere. In recent weeks, plans for the board have morphed into something else entirely, with its draft charter reportedly not even mentioning Gaza. Instead, the Board of Peace is described as an organisation that seeks to secure peace in areas threatened by conflict. Mr. Trump said in the last few hours that the Board of Peace will work with the UN, but that it will get a lot of work done that the UN should have done. When we asked if the UN was threatened, the Secretary-General's spokesman said it has always worked with a wide range of bodies and alliances.
Is the Secretary-General of the view that the Board of Peace itself undermines the work of the United Nations?
It's too early to tell what the Board of Peace will look like. One thing we are aware of is, of course, that the Security Council has endorsed the Board of Peace strictly for the work on Gaza.
Permanent membership is reported to come with a $1 billion price tag. All countries can still join without that cost for 3 years. Many have already signed up, including Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Egypt, Jordan and Belarus. Russia says it's willing to pay the fee for permanent membership with frozen funds, while US partners like France, Norway and Sweden have said no.
They recognize they don't have...
Maya Ungar from the International Crisis Group says it would be a monumental undertaking for the Board of Peace to try and replicate the functions of the UN.
The Security Council oversees 60,000 peacekeepers around the world, 15 different active sanctions regimes. It helps to write the mandates that end up being implemented by UN humanitarian agencies, feeding, sheltering, vaccinating millions of people around the world. Could the Board of Peace compete with that? Potentially, yes. It has the manpower and potentially the financial resources to do so, but it's a long process away from being able to set any of that up.
Many UN members have expressed concern over the veto powers at the UN Security Council, but according to a draft excerpt of the Board of Peace Charter, Mr. Trump himself would have the power to make veto decisions and remove members.
Right now, what we can tell you is that it has been set up for the chairperson, that being Donald Trump, to have a sense of universal power. So I think that's an important difference. It's not the United States, it's Donald Trump himself who gets to pick his successor, who essentially gets to veto any of the decisions that the board would make. And so I think this is one of the reasons why you have concerns from many states.
Maya Ungar says the best case scenario for the world would be that the Board of Peace becomes a productive forum for leaders to meet, similar to the UN General Assembly High-Level Week, and that the worst case scenario is that it creates further inequality within the international system. The US President is expected to take part in a Board of Peace Charter announcement in Davos in the coming hours, while questions loom over the future of the group, its goals and what it means for the UN. For CNA, I'm Mitch McCann at the United Nations in New York.